the 10th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the NJT Highlanders, winners of the first two games of the regular season, here with us today. Hi, everybody, and welcome inside alongside Sam Cooperman. I'm Drew Casey, and Sam, we've got quite the big-time matchup, simply put, with the 10th ranked team in the country here in New York today.
Yeah, right. How crazy is that, Drew? Where do you see this but college basketball? You get a team like Notre Dame with their storied history, 2 national championships, 9 Final Four appearances, and everything in between. So many talented players over the years. And they're coming here to an NJIT team that's got a beautiful facility, well located for a program in Notre Dame that has a big contingent, strong base here on the East Coast and in the New York City area. And scheduling just works out, so here we are, and we got this fun matchup on tap.
Almost half of the roster for this Notre Dame Fighting Irish team driving distance to Newark, New Jersey. Let's get to our players to watch for today's game. One of the players who you can drive and see is the star freshman, Hannah Hidalgo.
Hidalgo, unbelievable in the loss to South Carolina, as you see most by an Irish freshman. And it's not even the numbers, it's the confidence she displayed in that first game. It was unbelievable, and there's going to be a lot more to come for the top 5 recruit in the nation coming in this year and balling out day one. She's going to ball out a lot more days than that.
This is just game number 2 for Notre Dame, playing in Paris a little less than a week ago. It's the 3rd game for NJIT. Game number 2, Trinity Williams was huge on Friday night in a win over Merrimack.
She wasn't just huge, she was essential. They needed her to win that overtime game. Her defense was superb. She got timely rebounds and putbacks, and she blocked 5 shots. Super game from Trinity Williams.
That was the first double-double of the season for Trinity Williams at 5 a season ago. As we take a look now at the starting lineups, Trinity Williams is, of course, in there, up in the front court. Expect Maddie Dawes to play up in the front court as well. In the back court, Kenna Squire, graduate student technically in her final year of eligibility with Lizzie Lidwinko, who was just announced, and Alejandra Thuniga as well, the reigning America East Rookie of the Year. NJIT is coached by Mike Lane in his 6th season at NJIT, and an alum of Notre Dame. 30 friends and family have made the trip or more from the Chicago area. This is a really special day for Mike Lane and this Highlanders program with personal connections. Speaking of the Fighting Irish, let's take a look at the starting 5. Just 9 available players today. We'll get into the reasons why. It's Westfeld and Watson in the front court. The star freshman, Hannah Hidalgo, who we just highlighted, starts in the backcourt along Sonia Citron and the graduate student, the transfer from nearby Fordham University in the Bronx, New York. A little bit of a homecoming for the Maine native, Anna DeWolf, as well. That is the starting 5 for the 10th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish under head coach D.L. Ivey, 4th season as the head coach, 2023. That's last season completed. ACC Coach of the Year, has been with the program for many campaigns. A combined 21 years on the campus of Notre Dame, one of the top point guards, of course, ever to play at Notre Dame under Buffett McGraw as an assistant coach and associate, now the head coach. We are just about set for basketball here today, NJIT and Notre Dame. Sam, as we take a look at some of our keys to the game.
Yeah, we'll look at the Notre Dame side. They want to push the pace, clean the glass. Best rebounding team in the ACC last year. And look, we talked about Hidalgo. She's unbelievable, gifted player. We're going to see a lot of her. For NJIT, you can't get ahead of yourself. One possession at a time. You can't let the game get larger than it is, and you can't give Notre Dame those extra opportunities. That means valuing the ball. You can't have 25 turnovers like you did against Merrimack. And don't give them extra opportunities to the line. Silly fouls, slaps on the arm when you get beat on a play. Don't foul from behind, things of that nature.
Williams to jump it up for NJIT. Watson for Notre Dame. The tip is won by the Highlanders, and we're underway in what is already the largest crowd in NJIT women's basketball history in a non-education day scenario. And a Squire for the Highlanders in the home whites with Williams off that double-double. Second game in less than 48 hours for the home side. This is Thuniga driving through and is blocked by Watson. Last touch by Kylie, the senior, one of 5 players with the local ties, the native of Linwood, New Jersey.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more where that came from. Notre Dame, a great shot blocking team last year. They got some really talented posts. That will be a problem for NJIT to navigate.
Thuniga inbounds to Lidwinko, who catches and goes up for 2. And the Highlanders on the board first to zip.
Beautiful cut to the basket, Thuniga. Lidwinko, time it well. Highlanders up 2-0.
It's drawn over to the right wing for Watson. Inside for Westbeld as Dogs in the air. Westbeld finishes. Over 1,000 points in the career for Maddie Westbeld, and we're tied early.
The reigning all-ACC performer. She's good, and also very good. A tough miss there for the Irish.
The pocket was picked immediately, but the layup was missed off the mark as Thuniga gets through the pressure with just 2 seconds. But now a turnover as Wolf comes away. 4-on-2 for the Fighting Irish if they hurry. Hidalgo finishes through contact, and the Fighting Irish up by 2.
Yeah, for a freshman to just dart in there like that, not be remotely fazed by the contact and finish through that traffic, that's some of the many things she brings to the table.
Hidalgo is going to be special. Thuniga has been very special for NJIT in her young career, and it's 4-4.
Full track meet early on. You figure NJIT want to slow the game down a little bit, but right now they're holding pace.
Hidalgo will pull up. A little short on the 3-ball. Thuniga the rebound. No numbers here. It's 2-on-3. And Thuniga able to continue the run through. And the travel is called, trying to push the play down the center channel. Strong defensive transition for ND.
Well, an example of the difference of competition. We saw Thuniga pull that move with the loose dribbles Friday against Merrimack, drawing a lot of fouls there doing that. Against Notre Dame, you just have longer players, little discipline there, not committing the foul.
This is Watson at 6'4", working on Trinity Williams. The drive to the left, 3-inch height advantage, and gets it to go off the left side, and Notre Dame up 2.
Notre Dame last year, one of the tops in the country in 2-point field goals. Didn't take a lot of threes, and you can see why. They have talented posts. They're going to feed them.
How about Williams for 3 for the Highlanders off left rim, knocked around, and Thuniga commits a foul over the back on Hannah Hidalgo. Freshman from Haddonfield, New Jersey, highly recruited. And in game number 1 in Paris, France on Monday, listen to these numbers. These all led the team. 31 points, 3 assists, 10 field goal makes, 3 made threes, 8 made free throws, and 3 steals. How about that for a debut? Inside, Watson finds Citrone and is fouled by Litwinko, and free throws coming.
What helps NJIT is this is the deepest team Mike Lane has had in his time in Newark, and that depth is going to be tested today. Somebody gets in foul trouble. How the coaching staff manages that will be very important for NJIT to potentially keep pace.
Sonia Citrone at the line. First free throw is short. Another one of the handful of players for Notre Dame making a homecoming from Eastchester, New York. Across the river from New York, up north of New York City. And the short drive over to the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center. Sparkling facility, great crowd in attendance. Bears split 7-4. Dangerous pass on the skipper. Now it's Maddie Dogs working on Hidalgo. Thuniga drives the lane. Trinity Williams somehow came up with it, and there's a foul in there somewhere. And Williams will go to the line for 2.
What I'm really liking is NJIT able to run its motion offense early on. Williams not phased. Thuniga whips the pass in there, but everyone's moving, everyone's cutting as they're supposed to in these first few minutes.
So Trinity Williams at the free throw line, 2 for 4 from the stripe on Friday against Merrimack. Knocks down the first. 3 out of 6 entering today on the season. Now 4 out of 7, and make it a perfect pair. And 7-6 the score here, just 2.5+ minutes in.
If Williams is going to knock down those free throws this year, said it Friday, I'll say it again. She's an all-conference performer.
Right elbow jumper from Watson is off the mark. Hidalgo, though, has the offensive rebound and immediately shoots the 3 and makes the 3. The freshman from Haddonfield, New Jersey, puts the Irish up 4.
Second chance opportunities will hurt you. Notre Dame elite on the glass last year, and they're not slowing down anytime soon.
All gas, no brakes for head coach Neil Ivey, despite having just 9 available players. Hidalgo picks the pocket and breaks away, and this time lays it in. Dogs challenge, no foul call, and it's a 6-point lead for Notre Dame.
She slowed down there, but she didn't slow down because she was worried about the contact. She slowed down because she was trying to draw the foul.
This is Thuniga, behind the back dribble, penetrates the lane, dishes for Litwinko, puts one up, no, and the rebound cleared out by the Irish, taken by Maddie Westbeld. Skip pass ahead, and this one flies out of bounds, looking for a cutter in Watson, and Alejandra Thuniga took the hit over the middle there. That would have been maybe unnecessary roughness on a football Sunday. Big contact, but she appears to be A-okay, just inadvertent. And we've had a track meet which does favor Notre Dame for sure.
Yeah, Notre Dame has attempted well, 2 3-pointers so far, all from Hidalgo. They took 14 a game last year, took 20 in the opener against South Carolina. That's what Hidalgo brings to the table, that outside shooting.
Notre Dame was also chasing that game against South Carolina for a long period. Trinity Williams down low and scores. Took the defender down in the process.
That is what we call the spin cycle. Excellent post maneuverability.
Working on the other side, Williams drawing it loose. Ball is loose and picked up by the Highlanders. Here comes Kevin Squire. Trinity Williams, the first defensive touch. Inside to Litwinko, posting up Hidalgo. Litwinko fading away. Nearly gets the friendly roll at home, but it's down to Citra.
Tough bounce, but this crowd is seeing a disciplined NJIT team. They might be seeing them for the first time in a lot of cases. They have to like what they see.
Here's Aaron DeWolf, the grad transfer from Fordham. Short on the jumper, but does get the friendly roll off the left side of the iron as well, and it drops on through for a 6-point Notre Dame first quarter lead.
You said this before, Drew. Arguably the greatest player in Fordham women's hoops history. What a nice get for Notre Dame.
Certainly in modern history, Maddie Dogs drives the baseline, kicks for Squire, fake the pass, takes the long 2. Strong there, Dogs the rebound, the freshman. Now it's Litwinko. And Thuniga tries the 3, and makes the 3!
Maddie Dogs creates the extra opportunity, and Alejandra Thuniga with the downtown hit.
Inside, Notre Dame looking for a quick response. Marshall gets the offensive rebound. The second try is denied as well. And NJIT can tie the game with a 3. Thuniga behind the back, gets the lane, and lays it in. Alejandra Thuniga!
That was ridiculous. Thuniga is confident as they come.
The Highlanders have come out with 13 points in the first 5+ minutes of this game. NJIT scored 9 points in the entire first quarter on Friday, only 11 in the entire second quarter. You get the gist of that. Inside, tied up. NJIT wanted to travel. They've got a good case there. DeWolf's 3 is short. Offensive rebound, Westfeld, and Williams knocked it away. That'll bring us to our first timeout here on the floor with 4:04 to play in the first quarter. 2 shots for Notre Dame on the other side. Fighting Irish 14 and Highlanders 13 here on ESPN Plus.
The more research I did into NJIT, the more confident I was that this may work out. I also visited another engineering school, and I mentioned it was kind of down to between them and NJIT. The administrator I was talking to said, "Oh, we're trying to be just like NJIT." That did it. I already loved NJIT, but when the other engineering schools are trying to emulate what NJIT does, it's a no-brainer. Go to NJIT.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice, oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice, this is the rhythm of the slice, oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
The Wall Street Journal ranks New Jersey Institute of Technology the #2 public university in the nation and the #19 best college overall. NJIT makes a difference in student outcomes with the New York Times College Ranking Tool rating NJIT #1 nationally among all public universities when you prioritize high alumni earnings, economic mobility, and academic profile. NJIT makes a national impact. What will you make at NJIT?
Middle of this first quarter of play, Alejandra Zuniga and the NJIT Highlanders sticking right with the 10th-ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Some real highlight reel plays so far, Sam.
Yeah, and watch this one. This has to be the play of the game so far. I can't believe she did that. Look, she played against adults in Spain before coming to the States to play for NJIT. She's not fazed by the uptick in competition, and she is playing confident basketball in this first quarter.
The American East Rookie of the Year a season ago, the first ever NJIT Highlander to take that distinction. See her on the bench there, grabbing some hydration. It was a very fast-paced, nearly first 6 minutes of the game. And we'll see some substitutions coming out of this timeout. Audrey Corman, as well as Aria Myers, coming on for NJIT. We should also note it's a Notre Dame team that only has 9 active players. Rish Obinba, Marshall, who we've seen already, and Cernugal on the bench. And Westbell down to the timeout makes the first free throw. And we see Emma Rish on the floor for the first time out of the timeout as well.
Yeah, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, they're getting healthier, and it's going to be a really special backcourt to watch. It already is, but when you get to think about what Hidalgo and Olivia Miles will do together, that's going to be a terrific tandem.
Miles, of course, the knee injury late February in a game against Louisville. On the way back in the timetable, there isn't one at the moment. Here's Kenna Squire pulling up for a long two and connecting back to a one-point game.
And Kenna Squire, really gifted scorer, sometimes has the ability to blend in, but they're going to need her to stand out in this one for NJIT.
Backdoor cut, Citron to the basket and laid in. Oh, that's a pretty play. Maddie Westfeld on the feed, an 18-15 lead for the Irish. Linwinko in the front court for the Highlanders. Gets through it, is rejected. Big time swat away, out of bounds by Marshall.
Yeah, the blocks are going to stack up. That's too early. Feels like more for Notre Dame, but for NJIT, they're driving confidently, which is important. Once you get phased and you back it out, you don't take those drives, that is where things will break down.
Significant size advantage for visiting Notre Dame. Audrey Corman at 6'2", the freshman. Bobbling around, now it's Myers, pocket picked, Hannah Hidalgo. Just such active hands, Hidalgo. Multiple steals already, drives the lane and finishes herself.
Again, it's not just the finishing ability, it's how she reacts. The confidence on this kid is great.
It's already 4 steals for Hidalgo. We have only played a total of a little more than 7 minutes. Patty Dogs, left side of the lane for NJIT, tries the duck under, no. Winko fighting for the rebound, and it will be a jump ball with the alternate possession favoring visiting Notre Dame.
Yeah, battle, Dogs, and Litwinko trying to get in there, and ultimately, arrow goes to the Fighting Irish, but NJIT has not backed down so far, and they've kept it to a 2-possession game. Notre Dame has not built up a huge lead at any point in this first quarter.
Notre Dame shooting 57% from the floor. NJIT at 46%. Entry pass intercepted by Myers, and Myers is fouled from behind, coming up the court by Citron. That will be the first on Sonia.
Look at the hands on Aria Myers, just reads that like a safety, picks it up, and then she gets bumped from behind. Good work to create an extra possession for NJIT.
Winko comes out, Zuniga coming back in. You see the steals numbers there. Nearly all 5 of those for Notre Dame belong to Hidalgo. 4 of those 5. Aria Myers out there. Now Kenna Squire tries the 3, that's short. Squire gets the own miss. Dogs extra pass, Zuniga feeling it from 3. Short. Another rebound. Squire partially blocked. 3 stops by the Notre Dame defense. Citron starting the break.
Maybe Citron, important block right there.
Stopping at the free throw line and pulling up for 2. Rims around, Marshall the offensive rebound. Missed the second try. Has another one. That'll be a tie-up. And Marshall getting after it a little bit extra. And the Highlanders, and head coach Mike Wayne is loving it. The intensity inside the whip. It's fantastic.
How could you not love it? Aria Myers just rips that ball away. She didn't do anything there. She just said, hey, no, I got it. My ball.
We're going to have a conversation. Our officials today, Timothy Green, Ken Kelly, and Timothy Resch. Timothy Green with a conversation for everybody.
We couldn't lip read from our angle, but he was saying, hey, when the play's over, it's over. At least what I thought I got out of that.
That was a jump ball there. They didn't give it a jump ball because Notre Dame retained possession. And Hidalgo's three is no good. And it's an offensive foul on a fight for the rebound. And I believe it's Marshall over the back.
We'll see how Notre Dame tries to manage its press. We saw a little bit of man press early on. If they're going to mess around with that or what. That's some of those early steals from Hidalgo coming off of that press.
See if this impacts the way the game is called down the stretch here of this first quarter in terms of the officiating. They're very physical. Duniga here. Sat on the three, now drives the lane. Duniga off the glass and finishes for two more.
And because she's hitting from the outside, forced the defender to close out, then she has a driving lane.
Hidalgo up the other way. Left side lane. Oh, it's rejected by Audrey Coleman out of bounds. This is a very different Highlanders team, Sam, than we saw against Merrimack on Friday night.
Completely different. You would not think it is the same team. The energy is contagious. They're playing exactly the way that coaching staff would like. Yeah, a few early turnovers, but it's not as if they're sloppy turnovers. It's just a matter of Notre Dame being able to come up with the stops.
Duniga so far has 9 points for NJIT to lead the way, and Hidalgo has 9 on the Notre Dame side. Inside of 90 seconds in this first quarter. This is Hidalgo jaying up from just beyond the foul line. Westbeld, offensive rebound. Westbeld lobs inside. Lily Anderson knocked it away. Last touch by Marshall. And it will be NJIT possession.
Love the way Lily Anderson defended that. Look, she's 5'11". Natalia Marshall is 6'5". So Anderson used her body to shield her away from the ball. Knowing she's not going to be able to reach up and get that thing, but just forced her to an uncomfortable position.
We've got a whistle away from the play. And it looks like it is a foul on Lily Anderson away from the play for a moving screen off ball. I think it back to Notre Dame. Forget to hang with us today on ESPN Plus. 10th ranked Fighting Irish, the NJIT Highlanders out of the America East. The whistle, an offensive foul on this end. I've got Marshall again. It is Marshall. The whistle has tightened up, Sam, since that little bit of a kerfuffle we had on the other end a few moments ago.
Well, things getting chippy early on. Officials make sure things get dialed back. They're officiating the game as such. We'll see. Watson just came on. She led the team in field goal percentage last year for Notre Dame. It's a tough player to stop inside.
This is Anderson, puts up a tough shot from the right block that doesn't go. The shot clock is now turned off. This is Hidalgo. Entry pass. It's Kylie Watson. Watson working on Anderson. Oh, pretty move and a great finish.
Look at that post move. Fake to the right. Go over the left. And silky smooth.
Islanders come home for the final shot. This is Duniga. And the ball taken away by Hidalgo, who might be able to beat the buzzer, and does so. And that's how the first quarter will end. Notre Dame adds two big buckets inside of the final minute. And it's a 7-point scoreline, but a much closer play. First, we'll talk about that on the other side. 24-17 after one here on ESPN Plus.
My 6th grade English class wrote some letters to our local Chick-fil-A that had closed for remodeling.
Dear Chick-fil-A.
Dear Chick-fil-A.
Dear Chick-fil-A. I used to get Chick-fil-A 100 times a week. We need it back. We cannot leave these letters unanswered. So we loaded up our food truck to surprise not just her class, but the entire school.
It was really rewarding as a teacher to see that kindness return to the kids. Yes, that peppermint milkshake is on point.
There he is. It's right there. Oh, he's right there. He's right there. Go, go, go.
Cover more ground in the Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid. Kia, movement that inspires.
Desmond Howard, here to see my college football collection.
Impressive stuff, little man.
Geico makes it easy to insure. My car and RV too.
Wow.
Gloves from your famous catch.
How'd you get those? Great smile. Is this from when the band ran on the field?
Yep, 1982.
What is this?
Oh no, don't touch the.
Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast, my friends.
It'll turn off eventually.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
At Target, get low prices on lights.
I never knew there was a love like this before. Never had someone to show me love. Love like this before. Love like this before. I never knew there was a love like
Light up your holidays for less at Target.
this before.
Niece, you are 6. I'm not 6. What do kids like? No clue. Lots of junk, generic toys, forgettable garbage. But what about Etsy? That's cute. Personalized jacket. I win.
Personalized gifts under $50. Etsy has it.
We welcome you back. First quarter highlights. Lots of steals. Hidalgo with multiple, and Notre Dame running and scoring in transition a bunch.
Yeah, running and scoring. They have 10 points off turnovers due to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, but NJIT hanging tough. Good baseline out of bounds play you just saw there. Then Kenneth Squire with the smooth shooting stroke.
It's only NJIT possession to begin this second quarter. There you see at the top, the points off turnovers, 10-2 in favor of the Irish. That's an 8-point difference, and Notre Dame does lead by 7. A little interesting here. Notre Dame and NJIT were tied up twice in the first half, but they never actually used the alternate possession the second time, and the table was very confused. We confirmed that during the quarter break, but NJIT does start with it as a result of that. So offense for Myers. DeWolf went down defensively. Now it's Trinity Williams. Fake the jumper, drives baseline and stops. Now back for Myers. Open corner 3. That's good.
Myers, not someone known for her three-point shot, but she can hit from out there. Williams frees her for a wide-open look.
Well, if the Highlanders are going to pull off a massive upset, the 3 ball is going to have to be some double-digit times, one would think. Inside, Citron lays it in off the glass and gets it to go with a 2-point answer on this end.
Nice finish for Citron, but like you said, Notre Dame not a team that shoots from distance a lot, so that's a thing that could work in NJIT's favor.
Here's Thuniga, left side of the lane, getting on through. Doesn't get this crafty layup to go. And Notre Dame grabs the rebound. Wants to go in transition. On pass for DeWolf into the corner. Citron adjusted her hair there and is blocked by Williams. And Williams is going to be called for a foul here. Only 2 on Trinity Williams.
Yeah, and that would be a big loss if she gets in some foul trouble. That's what happened in the first game of the year, that win at Army, where she only played 16 minutes because of that foul trouble. Now she comes out, and you're going to rely on Audrey Corman, the freshman from Minnesota, to fill those post minutes.
First free throw from Citron on this trip is down. And yes, NJIT played on Friday night, but nobody's thinking about that right now on the court. Just a fantastic opportunity for NJIT. And again, for Notre Dame, if you're just joining us, an opportunity for head coach Niele Ivey to bring 5 of her players home, essentially. Here's Thuniga in transition for Corman. Lays it in off the left side, and that's good.
Beautiful break by the Highlanders, and the finish on the interior to keep pace.
Corman has looked good, the freshman from Maple Grove, Minnesota. And again, Trinity Williams in some foul trouble. Knocks this one away. Corman on the front of Watson. And it will stay with Notre Dame.
And Corman getting some really good experience for how to defend in the post by getting to go against these posts that Notre Dame brings here today.
Corman 1 block, no fouls, and very well could play the rest of this first half. Inside, Myers knocked it away. Perhaps the best defender on this Highlanders team. Ahead it's Squire, settles for Thuniga, who pulls up, contested 2, but it's good.
That was beautiful. On Friday, we saw that connection not being there. Thuniga would try to outlet it, and Squire just being a little behind the play. That time, perfectly timed, Thuniga with the shot.
The America East Rookie of the Week, Rookie of the Year last year, Rookie of the Week many weeks, as Citron gets all the way around, and a good seal around that painted area. And Notre Dame with 2 more to lead by 6.
And Notre Dame has hit 12 shots so far, 11 of them from two-point range. They're looking to get inside. They're doing so, and they're connecting.
This is Squire, penetrates the lane and dragged that pivot foot. And that'll be a travel and turnover number 9 for NJIT here in the opening half. In perspective, Sam, 9 turnovers against the 10th ranked team in the country, and within 6 here with 7:44 to go in the second. Highlanders making a great chunk of their shots, currently 46% from the floor.
It's not even just the number, it's the type of turnovers, not having those bobbles. They were having a lot of bobbling issues against Merrimack.
Hidalgo left to take the 3, and will take the 3. Head coach Mike Lane of NJIT wanted 3 seconds.
Said in our keys to the game, let Hidalgo cook. She's doing that.
She is certainly doing that. And an early homecoming game in her career with the Irish taken away. A break ahead for Anna DeWolf, who lays it in for 2 more. And NJIT will call for time. Notre Dame erupting for a 7-0 run to take an 11-point lead. The steal in the corner, and Anna DeWolf, playing wide receiver on this Sunday, receives and finishes. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Notre Dame up 11 on NJIT. 7:10 to play in quarter number 2. Back here with you at the WEC. Notre Dame has an 11-point lead over NJIT. Take a look at the tough schedule for the NJIT Highlanders. 2 ranked teams on the schedule, and we've got Notre Dame right now. Of course, this is the first time in NJIT women's basketball program history that 2 preseason top 25 teams are on the non-conference schedule. Number 25, Miami, a road trip coming up on December 3rd, and the Highlanders looking to prepare for season number 4 in the America East, and looking right now, Sam, to stop a furious run. Notre Dame scoring 7 points over the last 1 minute and 8 seconds.
Yeah, they had 10 points off turnovers in the first quarter, and they've added 5 more to that total within the first 3 minutes nearly of this second quarter. So if you're unable to break the pressure that Notre Dame is dialing up, and it looks like they're not letting up in that respect, maybe changing up their press, you're going to have a hard time.
And we asked head coach Neil Ivey, just with limited numbers on the availability perspective, does that limit you in terms of the intensity you can play with, the number of minutes you can give certain players? And the answer was no. It was a quick no, as we expected. All breaks, no gas, just 9 available today in the full court pressure in the second quarter. Highlanders have 7 more seconds to clear as Notre Dame drops it back, and NJIT sets up in the half court. Litwinko here, that shot gets no, falling away off the window.
Lizzie Litwinko, a complimentary scorer, so she's going to take those floaters when those avenues are there. Nice shot.
Stops the 7-0 run. The Highlanders have actually made 4 of their last 5 shots. Notre Dame 6 of its last 7. Hidalgo misses that one. Zuniga the rebound. And the Highlanders looking to run. Here's Litwinko. Matty Dogs thought about the 3. Now drives, puts up a floater. That's off the mark. 4-minute touch for NJIT. And it will stay on this end. I think Hunter might have had it last there, but they'll say it was DeWolf for Notre Dame who last touched it.
Olivia Miles is up on that Notre Dame bench saying, what? They don't agree with that call, but that's not going to change things. We'll see if the Highlanders can take advantage of this second opportunity.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a break from NJIT, seeing it live. Litwinko, scoop layup, let's go!
Litwinko having a moment here in this second quarter. Couple finishes on the interior.
Well, NJIT only scored 48 points on Friday in an overtime game. 48 points in 45 minutes. They have scored 28 points in 14 minutes so far. And now a steal. Myers on 2 knees. Can't get rid of it, and now does to Litwinko. And DeWolf is going to commit a foul on Lizzie Litwinko after getting that ball away.
Well, what's great for NJIT is the defense traveled, in air quotes, because they didn't go anywhere. But the defense stayed from Friday's game. But the offense has come to life. They've executed in the half court. The only problems have come when Notre Dame has been able to create turnovers with the press.
10 of those turnovers and 15 points off of them for Notre Dame. This is Litwinko, stops the foul line, contested 2. That's bricked off the back, and Hidalgo grabs the rebound. Hidalgo with 14 points to lead all players. Penetrates the lane, gets through. Challenged by Corman, and the loose ball somehow coming away with it was Watson. Triple team, quadruple teams, and now a whistle and a foul comes. Free throws coming for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't know how that ball, we'll take a look here, how that squeaked back to Watson. Well, you don't see the initial rebound from that, but you see how tough she is to stop when she goes to that power dribble on the interior. You can't say the restricted area anymore in the women's game. I like to say the restricted area, but you get the message. She is a tough customer.
First free throw coming from Watson is down. Corman called for the foul there. We saw it on the look there. There's a lot of contact, and Corman called for the foul. I'm not sure it was Corman, though, who had the contact. Watson makes the second, and Notre Dame will make a change. Maddie Westfeld's coming on. Older sister Kat also played for Notre Dame, and with Maddie reaching 1,000 career points last season, Maddie and Kat becoming the first pair of sisters in Notre Dame women's basketball history to each score over 1,000 points.
Yeah, that's an awesome nugget. A lot of history at that institution.
Certainly like basketball in the Westfeld household. Here's Audrey Corman, picks up the dribble in the lane, and that's going to be 3 seconds.
Becky Obinma, her first game of the year for Notre Dame, didn't have her available for the game in Paris. And you see how she defends on the inside. Another one of those additions coming over from Pepperdine, where she was one of the top rebounders in the West Coast Conference.
This is Becky's first Notre Dame appearance, season number 1. DeWolf gets through, and Anna DeWolf converts the transfer from Fordham scores. Notre Dame back up double digits.
DeWolf under control that time. Had to create from a tight angle and did so effortlessly.
Aria Myers in the corner. Watched closely by Citron. Winko fake the entry pass, now looking to get it back to Myers, and it's off a leg defensively of Notre Dame. It'll stay with the Highlanders. After Corbin coming off, Trinity Williams coming back in. Good minutes for Corbin. Williams will come out with 2 fouls onto the court here. Highlanders need Trinity at this point. So rest for Corbin. Hidalgo wins the tie-up, and the possession arrow has not been kind to NJIT to this point.
Yeah, that's the truth. And bring that ball down, and Hidalgo gets the hands in there to wrestle it away and get the arrow. But to that point on Trinity Williams, obviously a bit of a gamble. There's different schools of thoughts on, okay, with 2 fouls, how long do you wait? But in a game like this for NJIT, you have to take that chance. You cannot afford to let her sit any longer, or this thing could get away from you.
An offensive foul coming up the floor. Maddie Westfeld, I believe, called for a moving screen. It is. First on Westfeld, team's second year in quarter 2. Kenna Squire in the front court with Thuniga. Again, Williams is out there with 2 fouls, setting the screens. Thuniga's 3 ball, that's short. Becky Obinma couldn't get it. Instead, it's Trinity Williams. They push this one up and is fouled hard down to the floor. And 2 free throws coming.
Yeah, that's what she brings. It's not as if that was a hard rebound to get. It's more that she knew to go up right away with that. Not every post player is going to do that. They might hesitate for a moment. Williams' ability to use the left hand to try for the putback allows her to get 2 free throws here.
First free throw coming from Trinity Williams is off the mark. Kiana Brereton has come to the substitution area at the table. Likely will come on if Williams makes this free throw for Trinity. If so, it'll be Brereton's debut of the season in game 3, and it might happen right here. Yes, it will. Kiana, the senior from Brooklyn, coming on. Last year, about 7 minutes per game, did make 1 start. Expected to be a very nice piece off the bench. Again, for one of the deepest teams that Mike Lane at NJIT has had, probably the deepest in year 6. So Brereton back out there. 10-point game inside Citron. Uses the window. Just strength to get on through and laying it in.
Good work from Citron, using that ability to dash and dart to the lane and the soft touch.
Now with the double figures, that's 11 points. Joining Hidalgo, who has 14 for Notre Dame. Thuniga leads NJIT with 11 points of her own. Squire picks up the dribble. First touch offensively for Brereton of the season. Now Thuniga. Then ISO with 9 to shoot. Peeked at the clock. Into the corner, Squire. 4 to shoot. Now to 2 to shoot. Inside Brereton, knocked away. Squire takes the 3. Did not get off, according to our officiating crew. The shot was an air ball anyway.
Yeah, it was the right call. A frantic possession there for NJIT. They just could not get the offense initiated. DeWolf picking up Thuniga and really getting in her grill there, not giving her any room to operate. I'd say that was the first time we've really seen Notre Dame dominate in the half-court defensively. We haven't seen as much of that. NJIT's been able to run its sets till that last one.
Hidalgo has DeWolf cutting back door. It's Hidalgo entirely herself. Lizzie Lidwinko with the strong defensive play. Might even get credit for a block. Trying to break the pressure. And Lidwinko does so. And for Maddie Dogs, who drives baseline, dishes off for Brereton. And it got back on Dogs, who was out of bounds when it touched her left hand.
Very tough break for her because she wasn't sure. Do I grab that ball? Is there enough room? Are my feet in bounds? And she ultimately went for it enough for that ball to deflect off her and goes back the other way.
First all-time meeting ever between Notre Dame women's basketball and NJIT. Watson had it poked away by Lidwinko. Ball on the floor in the center of the paint, and we'll get a jump ball. And this time the possession arrow points in favor of NJIT. They've had some problems flipping it too early, too late, but this is certainly an NJIT possession. Williams will come back in for Brereton. Again, playing with 2 fouls with 2:40 to go in quarter 2. Notre Dame has come out with pressure. Here's Kenna Squire. Over onto the far side. Looking for Dogs. Inside for Williams, and it will stay here. Knocked away by Watson.
Yeah, for Trinity Williams, you take a couple more minutes where she doesn't risk getting that 3rd foul, and now you utilize her for the rest of the quarter, presumably.
Lidwinko in for Williams at the free throw line. Drives left side, puts one up through some contact. Couldn't get it to go. And Maddie Westphal the rebound. Strong defense there by Notre Dame. Now Citron transition through 3, and we'll draw the foul, I believe, on Kenna Squire.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls for NJIT. Each team with 7 prior to that last one, so now the Highlanders pick up their 8th as a team. They've done a good job of defending without fouling here today.
Foul is actually on Myers. First foul against Ari Myers in this one. Free throws coming for Sonia Citron. In the second quarter, Notre Dame has outscored NJIT 17-12 after it was 24-17 after the opening quarter. Citron into double figures. That's 12 points now. Again, a homecoming game for Sonia and others on this Notre Dame roster. The junior from Eastchester, New York, just north of New York City. And we are in Newark, New Jersey. So about a 15-minute train ride away. Just a couple of miles as well. Here is Trinity Williams. Inside, Williams is blocked by Kylie Watson. Now Hidalgo from left to right. Into the right side. Citron tries the 3 and buries it. Sonia Citron knocks down another 3-ball. And with that, it's now 16 points for the star junior and some of the hometown crowd. Making perhaps the trip from Eastchester, and lots of Notre Dame green in the crowd as well. Here's what's coming up at the halftime. We will catch up with NJIT head coach Mike Lane. Sam Cooperman will chat with Coach. We'll take a look at some highlights from the first 20 minutes and the numbers, and we'll go around the rest of the American East, of which NJIT is, of course, a conference member with 2 wins already this season. A strong start. Wins over Army West Point and wins over Merrimack. And plenty of Notre Dame Fighting Irish faithful in attendance here today. Friends, family, alums, and the larger community. The Notre Dame Club of both New Jersey and New York in attendance today. One of the hubs outside of the greater South Bend and greater Chicago area is, of course, greater NYC. I'll get into it more a little bit later, but you've got Hidalgo and Olivia Miles, as well as Kylie Watson, all from New Jersey. And Citron and Marshall, each from the greater New York City area in Eastchester and Queens, respectively. At the timeout, Matty Dogs has the pocket pick. Up for Citron. Citron left to right. Lays it in off the right side. And 2 more for Notre Dame as the lead balloons up to 19 points here in quarter number 2. Reese Vaughn has checked in for the Highlanders for the first time here this afternoon. Alejandra Thuniga, double digits, 11 points, 5 of 9 shooting, gets free, and Westfeld jarred it away, had the last touch. Notre Dame officially with 3 blocks. And Matty Dogs will come on. And Mackenzie Wright-Rawls will come on. The freshman from York, Pennsylvania, played in the season opener against Army West Point, 5 minutes. Did not play against Merrimack on Friday night. Again, that was an overtime win for the Highlanders. Myers with the 2. That's well short. And the rebound down to Hidalgo. Notre Dame running 4-on-2. Watson gets the extra pass from DeWolf and finishes it. All smiles for visiting Notre Dame here in Newark. (50-29). 26 points now for Notre Dame in the second after scoring 24 in the first. Thuniga crafting underneath, but couldn't get the reverse to go. Watson the board, up to DeWolf. Extra pass, Westbeld, who finishes. Running the floor, Notre Dame assisting. 9 of them, 9 helpers on 20 made baskets at this point. The 52-29 lead. It's Vaughn for Thuniga. Steps in, fake the 2. Williams looked like a foul there. Citron, but fighting for it was Trinity, and puts up the shot. Another rebound down to Maddie Westbeld. Up ahead of the floor, Hidalgo pulls up. That won't go, and Reese Vaughn grabs the rebound, and Thuniga across the halfway line. Final seconds of this first half of play. And a foul is called at the top of the key. It's going to be against Hidalgo. First against Hidalgo. And Emma Risch will come on for Notre Dame, replacing Sonia Citron. 5.3 seconds to go. Notre Dame does not have any more fouls to give. And again, stay with us at halftime. We'll hear from NJIT head coach Mike Lane as he walks to the locker room with Sam Cooperman. Myers directing, now sends it into Wright-Rawls, couldn't handle it, and it's controlled by Notre Dame. Final seconds here. Hidalgo will try one from half court, didn't get it away, and it is high off the top of the backboard on the right side. So we have in halftime with the score Notre Dame 52 and NJIT 29. 24-17 after 1. Notre Dame outscoring the Highlanders 28-12 in the second quarter. The head coach of the NJIT Highlanders is Mike Lane, who is conversing with the rest of his coaching staff. Grabs the stat sheet, and Sam Cooperman getting set to chat with coach. We'll send it over to Sam.
Kept it close for a while, really right there with them in that first. What did you see as far as energy out of your team?
Well, I love the energy. We came out, we were battling, we were more the predator than the prey, and then we started to get a little weaker with our moves. I thought we got out of our decision making, we got out of our offense. That's what a bigger team and a more athletic team's going to do to you. But we didn't do that in the first 10 minutes, and unfortunately in that second 10, we didn't look like NJIT.
What are the biggest things you want to see out of your team in half 2?
Obviously, transition defense would be nice, but it helps if we take a real shot down at the other end. When we're taking some bad decisions, bad turnovers, that's going to run the runouts. So I just want to see us, a little bit more composure and poise to run our offense.
All right, we'll see how that turns out, Coach. Thanks. Halftime coming up. Keep it right here on ESPN+.
People don't know your full story when you step on the court. I feel like I'm so much more than this game and what people have wanted me to be. I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna do it unapologetically.
Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
Halftime here at the WEC, Nick DeLuca joined by NJIT women's basketball coach Mike Lane. Coach, your team is off to a 2-0 start for the first time in a while. What has impressed you most about the way your group has come together early on this season?
I think it has to be our fortitude. It was a tough game last night. Not exactly a pretty affair. And really the second half at Army was really tough to kind of gut out that win. So I thought we played a great first half against Army. I feel like the last 6 quarters have been a little choppy. But in that choppiness, we've found enough answers to find 2 wins, which is great. We had a big lead at Army. It got down to 6 in the 4th quarter. It's not how I would have liked it, but it did test our resolve a little bit. And last night was 40 minutes of really testing our resolve. It was basically a rock fight, and we were able to throw the last couple of rocks, and they went in. So their fortitude through some mistakes and through some uneven play has been really impressive.
Coach, you used the word test a couple times, but you certainly set out to do that with the non-conference schedule to start this season. 2 top 25 opponents. What was the idea behind trying to challenge your group this season?
Well, we are an older group. We have a lot of returners, a lot of seniors, a lot of kids who have been on the floor for us. So I did think we should go out and schedule a little bit more aggressively. With the eye that we knew that Vermont and Albany have played Louisville and Maryland the last couple of years if you win this thing. So playing in Notre Dame and Miami is really preparing you if you can get to that first round game, which is a lot of work to get there, but at least it just gives you something to rely on. So if you get, if you make that tournament somehow and, all of a sudden you see that seeding pop up and you're playing UConn, maybe it won't be so crazy. So we hope, this is great planning by us.
Coach, I know that Notre Dame is a school that's near and dear to your heart as an alum. How much excitement is there for you in this program to be able to get a team of that caliber to come play here in New Jersey?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's completely surreal that I'm about to coach against Notre Dame. It's just incredible. It means a ton to me. I have a ton of family and friends coming in. But for the program, just to get people here to the WEC, that's what we want to do. And so if it takes getting to Notre Dame here, then let's do that. But we have a ton of recruits, a ton of AU coaches, a ton of high school teams coming in. I just think it's great for New Jersey basketball. Notre Dame is such a big part of my life, but also a part of this area. They have 5 kids from New York and New Jersey. So I think it's just going to be a great crowd. It's going to be a great experience. It's just going to be a special day.
What's the message, what's the mentality to your team going into a matchup like that?
Well, let's not play like we did Friday night. Let's, and maybe we got it all out of us. That's what I told them on the floor last night. We got to be ourselves. You can't be timid against a team like this. You got to take your punch when you have it. I thought we were incredibly timid last night against Merrimack, and so hopefully we come out ready to play, ready for this challenge, and let's give it our best shot.
Coach, appreciate the time.
Thanks, Nick.
Rufus hates being stuck.
The big Kylie Watson, she's been putting up some numbers on the interior as well, and more Hidalgo. The steals, something we'll talk about, have been a problem. Hidalgo with the finish as well. Notre Dame finding some avenues to the rim. That's the Fordham transfer, and it's a Wolf, and a little more Hidalgo, a downtown hit.
Hidalgo just a stat-stuffing first half. We'll see some of the NJIT Highlander buckets here. Lots inside. Bridget Wico, a couple hoops. Alejandra Zuniga is the leading scorer here at the break.
Zuniga did a lot of her damage in that first quarter, but a number of really impressive moves. This one taking the cake. Watch this. Whoop, behind the back, and there's the finesse in transition for the score. You gotta love that.
11 points for Zuniga. We'll give you some more of the individual numbers. There's another opportunity to step through using the window. The bank's open on a Sunday afternoon. And Aria Myers getting involved with a 3-ball as well. NJIT hit on 2 made threes. 2 out of 6 in distance and a little transition as well.
Yeah, I really like this play as well. Not a flashy play, but the ability of Thuniga to get that ahead to Squire and work with her. And Lizzie Litwinko had a little bit of a run where she had a couple buckets in a row. That last one and this one early in the second quarter.
6 points for Lizzie Litwinko. That's the second highest total for NJIT. Let's look at some of the team numbers. Notre Dame shooting 20 of 34. That is good for 59% from the floor. Meanwhile, NJIT 12 out of 33. Good for 36% from the floor. Notre Dame +5 in the rebound department. A little surprised, frankly, Sam, statistically looking at these, it was only 9 assists for Notre Dame with how they can outlet in transition, a ton of individual buckets as well. But the big thing, very at the bottom there, points off turnovers, 19-5 Notre Dame, and the points in the paint +20 for the visiting Irish.
That's where Notre Dame breads its butter, or butters its bread would be more accurate. They love to go inside. They have talented posts, and they have the ability to score on the interior.
Well, we'll take a look at the second half coming up in just a little bit. Notre Dame leads it by 23 at the break here at Newark.
A first child can be stressful.
The new fully electric Audi Q8 e-tron models.
NJIT and Notre Dame getting set for the beginning of half number 2. The Highlanders, members of the America East Conference, as we go around the conference. NJIT 2-0 for the first time since 2016-17. 8 of the 9 squads in the league already have victories. And in progress right now, it's the America East men's soccer title game between two ranked teams, Bryant and New Hampshire. America East men's soccer looking to do damage nationally coming up in a little bit. And right now, a massive opportunity for the NJIT Highlanders on the women's basketball court. Picked right in the middle of the conference in the preseason poll. 5th out of 9 teams, and looking to get to an America East semifinal first. America East final, and then you bring in the whole NCAA at large situation. A great opportunity to get a big-time test against Notre Dame. Something, Sam, that Mike Lane said was, well, if we make the NCAA tournament, we're going to play a team like Notre Dame in the first round, so might as well give it a shot here in the preseason.
Yeah, however the second half shapes up, incredible experience for this Highlanders team today. And again, that's the ultimate goal. You want to get to the tournament. This is a good litmus test right off the bat.
Right elbow jumper to start for Notre Dame. Off the mark from Watson. Offensive board go, and the finish by Maddie Westbeld, who puts in more second chance points for Notre Dame.
Yeah, one of the best offensive rebounding rates in the nation last year, and rebounding rate altogether. Notre Dame cleaning up. That's their 9th offensive board. Actually equal with NJIT in that respect, but at time too easy.
Westbeld, second team All-ACC last year. Kenneth Squire's 3-ball is short on this end. Highlanders in the home whites, and Notre Dame is in the traditional Notre Dame blue with the dome gold trim and numbers. We've got a whistle and a foul called here on the entry pass. And Trinity Williams called for the foul. That's number 3. And Kiana Brereton is quickly over to the table. And will come on for Williams. You see some of the Notre Dame faithful there. The Irish green. Where can I get a hat like that? Kylie Watson gave for Westbeld off the left side, and another bucket for Maddie Westbeld. Now, in her senior campaign, junior in terms of eligibility, from Kettering, Ohio. First 4 points of half number 2 for Notre Dame. Here's Litwinko working on Anna DeWolf defensively. Litwinko turns, misses, and the rebound down to Hannah Hidalgo. Might be on triple-double watch pretty soon. Across to Westbeld, and Dogs knocked it away.
And not only is it triple-double watch, it's triple-double watch with potentially double-digit steals.
It's 14 points and 6 rebounds and 6 steals at this point as we're freshly into this second half of play as Brereton knocked this one away on the shot attempt from Watson.
Yeah, how about that for your season debut, huh? Kiana Brereton coming in and getting the swat there on a really talented player in Watson.
Lob in for Watson and Westbeld. It's like pushed off on Maddie Dogs there, but they're going to get Dogs for the foul. It may have been a foul before the head thrown back by Maddie Dogs. There will be another inbounds coming for Notre Dame. Hidalgo off the inbounds, floats, and gets the friendly roll here on the road. Hidalgo is up to 16 points.
Such a soft touch. How many players are able to have the body control, especially as a freshman, to come in there and make a little shot like that and stop on a dime to do so.
So Hidalgo with 16. Citron leads the way with 18 points for Notre Dame. This is Maddie Dark. Shovels for Domingo. Rejected by Citron. Furious block. NJIT has been blocked now 5 times. Litwinko trying to get it back with 4 to shoot. Knocked away, kept in. And the shot clock is going to expire, but the officiating trio will put 1 second on the clock.
Yeah, so NJIT catches the break here, but just really, really rugged defense from this Notre Dame Fighting Irish team, not giving NJIT anywhere to run their motion offense.
Likely has to be a tip or an immediate shot. Myers did get it off. Missed it off the right side. Myers is coming up a little gimpy with the right leg. I'm not sure if it's the shoe is loose or what, but other side. 3-ball. Sonia Citron connects. And Citron approaching the 20-point plateau. And now surpassing it. That's 21 points.
Yeah, Citron having a really big game here today. One of those ACC all-conference performers. Putting in work, especially during that second quarter.
ACC Rookie of the Year in 2022. Preseason all-conference this year as selected by the conference's blue ribbon panel. Here's another takeaway. Hidalgo in transition. Hidalgo, wild shot. It is fouled by Tuniga as Citron will quickly get back. Hidalgo will quickly get back to her feet.
Yeah, we'll take a look. Hidalgo, body fake, gets clobbered. And we'll see how the touch is at the foul line for Hannah Hidalgo. This is her first trip there here today.
Hidalgo credited with a steal on the last sequence. So now 7 steals. And the first free throw made, 17 points for Hidalgo.
Yeah, she has the USA basketball record for single-game steals, does Hannah Hidalgo, during her experience with the FIBA U19 team this summer.
Had 3 steals against South Carolina in the season opener. Also had 5 steals in the exhibition game that Notre Dame played against Purdue Northwest on October 30th. Here's Corman. Inside for Brereton. Turning around Watson. Oh, Tuniga with the cut. Cannot finish though. Watson with a nice challenge. Tries to save it. And cannot do so. It will stay with NJIT here. We're still early in the third quarter.
Yeah, Tuniga with the, she's had a lot of really good opportunities, and early on she was finishing, but then some frustration coming into here.
Here's Tuniga. Lost the basketball. Here's Hidalgo. Hidalgo trying to fake out a couple. Sent inside. Now it's Westbeld. Stopping and floating and using the window. Maddie Westbeld has a couple more points. And Notre Dame opening it up. That's now 12 points for Westbeld, 3 in double figures.
Utilizing the left hand is Westbeld. Nice finish. You see the variety of post players that Neil Ivey and her group have to work with really benefits this Fighting Irish team.
Litwinko pulls up for a tough 2 and approaches 10 points herself. It's a 33-point lead for Notre Dame. Looking to get it back to 35 in doing so with Sonia Citron in transition. Continues to build to the tally. That's now 22 points for the junior.
And she's not letting up. Playing in a bit of a homecoming for her.
29 points, the career high for Citron. Did that against Michigan State back in December of 2021. So about 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago. Litwinko getting on through. Creative, missed it, but gets the own miss and is fouled. And some players fall. Everybody appears to be A-OK. Citron is helped up by Litwinko.
Litwinko taking it through the teeth of the defense. Doesn't hit the first time, but able to come back and get a second chance opportunity. We got crazy, sorry there. It's a 38-9 run over the last about 13 minutes. It's just staggering, and that's what tends to happen in these types of games, where even when a team comes out and plays as well as NJIT did in that first quarter, eventually that tends to wear off. The other team is able to do something to to make that adjustment, and then things start to spill over, and that's what we've seen here today, but it does not take away from how well NJIT played early on and what that could do for this team as they look to be very competitive in the America East this year.
Well, a 10-point game middle of the second quarter, and a 13-0 run ended the first half, and Notre Dame has come out 14-4 in this third quarter. Spells the lead by 10. Entry for Rish is off the mark from Marshall. Big-to-big passing. One of the taller lineups out there that Notre Dame can use given its current roster and available players. Winko looking to get it to Trinity Williams, who is out there with 3 fouls. Up there by Westfeld. Duniga is going to draw a foul on the baseline. And it will be an inbounds for the Highlanders.
And Marshall's been at the center of some of that contact there, although that time it's an unfortunate break for her because Duniga went down really before she made the contact. Crumbles, and the call goes against the Fighting Irish.
That's now 3 fouls on Marshall, who will remain out there as we approach 5 minutes to play in the third. Notre Dame up big here. It's currently doubling up NJIT. There's Trinity Williams stuffed up by Marshall and the whistle, and a foul will be called, and I think they're going to get it on Marshall.
They most certainly are, and she's got some words for Timothy Green.
Gotta be careful, that's 4. This is also going to bring us to a timeout on the floor. With 4:54 to go in the third quarter. Don't think the officials have realized that yet. And now they do. So they're going to sort out here. We'll bring you the determination. As of now, it is a 4th personal foul against Marshall. Timeout on the floor. Notre Dame 66, NJIT 33 here in the third quarter in Newark, New Jersey. Our trio of officials continuing to conversate and talk about the last sequence. We're going to take a look here at what just transpired at the very end of the sequence here. Trinity Williams battling with Natalia Marshall.
Yeah, that angle not favorable to the Fighting Irish as we back it up here. It's the swing at the end there from Marshall. Look at that left elbow. The arm of Williams comes down first, and then Marshall evidently lets out some frustration that time. The senior from Queens, New York, another one of the many Fighting Irish players getting the homecoming here.
So it sounds like the review is announced as just a common foul there. So it will be the 4th personal foul against Marshall. Nothing more there. And NJIT has the inbounds with 4:54 left to play in this third quarter. Trinity Williams inside, gets around 1, draws the contact, puts it up and in, and Watson finishes.
What a finish on the interior. And hey, Trinity Williams puts her head down off the pump fake, and the long arms of Watson not phasing her.
Again, the double-double the last time out, 12 points and 11 rebounds. Trinity is able to complete the 3-point play here. That's 8 points to go along with 2 rebounds. Has also been in some foul trouble. And we have a clock issue of some kind here that they are correcting.
This is something they'll take a look at, but for NJIT, they get on a little bit of a run here, and that's good. They needed that because prior to this run, they were 1 for their last 16 shots over that nearly quarter-and-a-half span.
Citron working on perhaps what could become a career day, adds 2 more near the right elbow, and that's now 24 points for Sonia Citron.
Yeah, and usually in a game like this, if you have a full roster, maybe you take the starters out earlier, but Notre Dame doesn't even have a full bench unit. Again, only 9 active players, so some of the starters, they're going to be on there longer than you would think in a game like this, the way it's trending.
Foreman driving baseline for the Highlanders and is able to power one through for NJIT.
Audrey Corbin, an impressive start to her career here in Newark. Another productive game off the bench.
Inside, looking for some space was Watson. You heard the oohs and ahs as a Shoe came off from Hidalgo in the process. Two shots coming as a result of the sequence for Watson. By the way, for Notre Dame, those players unavailable today. Jenna Brown, who also did not play against South Carolina on Monday in Paris. Kassan Prosper is currently with the Canadian senior women's national team that is currently playing in FIBA's Olympic pre-qualifying tournament in Colombia. That concludes today, so expect Prosper to rejoin the Fighting Irish as soon as tomorrow. Olivia Miles is out rehabbing from last February's knee injury, and KK Bransford is also out today as well after not playing on Monday against the Gamecocks.
Yes, there'll be some players that will get some really good extended Division I basketball experience in this game.
Here's Corman off the back of the arc on the three. Squire has the offensive rebound for NJIT. NJIT is out-rebounding Notre Dame on the offensive glass substantially. Corman off the mark and last touched by Notre Dame and Westbeld.
Yeah, to that point, Drew, on the rebounding side of things, Neil Ivey will tell her team about that. She emphasized to us one of the things she wants to see her team do every night, win that rebounding battle in a big way.
Here's Corman in the corner for a three ball. That is short. We've got a whistle just as about the ball was hitting the basket. It's a fight for the loose ball, and it's going against the Highlanders. And it's Trinity Williams, and that is 4 on Williams, who walks back defensively with her mouth open, did not like the call. And Lily Anderson will come on for Trinity.
Saw Lily Anderson punch above her weight there as far as what she was able to do defending some of these talented posts. We saw her play some good defense on Kylie Watson for a little while in that second quarter. So we're going to see what she does here. And again, for Williams, 4 fouls, a tough scenario. We've only gotten 14 minutes of her tonight. You need her out there in a game like this, and that is the key thing, the foul trouble. But Williams, not many of these fouls have been ones where you say, why did you commit that? Just been tough breaks.
Yeah, Mike Lane and Trinity Williams both, you could read the lips. They didn't think that was a foul. And it is free throws because it is a loose ball foul, even though the ball never touched any hands. It's called while the ball was in the air on the way to the hoop. So free throws with Emma Risch knocking down one of the tries, makes it 71-38. Lily Anderson with Corbin. Anderson for Lidwinko, who's posting up on Citron. Sonia Citron is going to head to the floor there, and it will stay on this end. Possession arrow favors Notre Dame.
Yeah, a lot of loose balls, bodies hitting the floor throughout this game here today. We're seeing some good competitive physical basketball.
Actually, NJIT with the possession arrow. Becky Obinma has come back on for the Fighting Irish. Line inbound sip on the spread. 13 to shoot for NJIT. Corbin with a power dribble to the left side and lays it in.
Audrey Corbin, a lot of her points in the early season have been off putbacks and offensive rebounds, but showing she can put the ball on the deck a little bit too.
Anna Hidalgo running the offense now. 18 points, 6 rebounds, up to 8 steals. Entry pass for Obinma, able to collect. Westbeld, too strong. Foreman. Another jump ball.
Yeah, that time the arrow not favoring NJIT, and once again, Corman getting involved. Just so many players that are so well adept at rebounding for Notre Dame.
4 points off the bounce for Sonia Citron, who gets 2 closer to a career high. That's 26 points. 29 is the career number. Lidwinko for Lily Anderson will try the 3. It's off the mark on the right side. And a risk the board. Fighting Irish in prime position to improve to 1-1 on the season, playing a very, very difficult non-conference schedule before ACC play begins. Hidalgo draws the foul on the way down, and we'll go to the line.
Notre Dame converting at an excellent clip at the strength. 14 of 16. They've only taken 6 3-pointers. Mentioned that a few times. No team will fire a lot from distance. Fighting Irish have been content with the shots they've been getting inside, and they've been making them at a over 62% clip.
Sonia Citron heads to the bench. Anna DeWolf comes back in as Hidalgo makes the first. Notre Dame coming up will take on Northwestern in a few days. That's scheduled for Wednesday in what will be the home opener in South Bend, scheduled for 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And then next weekend, Saturday, in Washington, D.C., a part of the city's Shamrock Classic, will take on Illinois.
Yeah, that'll be another really cool matchup for these Notre Dame fans that have shown us today that they travel from near and far in bunches. You figure they'll have a good showing in D.C. as far as the fan support.
Fantastic crowd out here at the WEC today. This is Avery O'Rourke for the first time today, the sophomore, doing a big 3 against Merrimack on Friday. Limited minutes a season ago. That will go here. The experienced guard puts up a wild layup. That doesn't go. And the rebound is controlled by Maddie Westfeld. 9 rebounds now for Maddie. 1 away from a double-double. 12 points. So Bimba is rejected by Anderson.
Again, Lily Anderson playing defense in a big way, but seeing it in transition as well for Notre Dame here.
Track meet. Takeaway. It's DeWolf. Spin move. Gets to the lane and finishes. Anna DeWolf, the graduate transfer, making an immediate impact for Notre Dame.
Yeah, she hasn't scored a huge amount today, but she's only taken 5 shots. She's hit 4 of them. When she's gotten opportunities, she has made some slick moves to the basket and has converted.
Final minute of play in quarter 3. Squire almost dragged that pivot. Finds Litwinko. Blocked by Hidalgo out of bounds.
So curious to see how Notre Dame plays this the rest of the way. Hidalgo comes off. Really don't have a reason to bring her back out there. Well, you could, but it'll be interesting to see the players that they do have out there for the final quarter and change here.
Inbounds to Squire is kicked by Sonia Citron, who was just on the bench for a very limited amount of time. We've seen 8 of the available 9 for Notre Dame today. Sarah Cernugal, then walk on, and now scholarship player in the offseason. The active player is dressed and was not appeared today. Entry pass for Obinma. Turns and scores. First points for Becky Obinma in an Irish uniform. And it's a 38-point lead for Notre Dame.
Obinma, somebody that will be very valuable for this team this year. Some games might see a lot of minutes, some maybe not that many, but when she's in there, she will fill minutes on the interior.
Corman fighting for positioning, did catch the pass and did eventually finish, but a whistle well before that. No continuation. Notre Dame is over the foul limit here in the third quarter. NJIT 2 free throws for Audrey Corman. Freshman from Minnesota has made an impact thus far. 4 points and 5 rebounds on Monday against Army West Point in a win. 6 points and 4 boards off the bench against Merrimack in that overtime win on Friday. Saw it flash there. 6 points again here this evening, but unable to convert at the free throw line. Sonia Citron here walking it up. Final seconds of quarter 3. Gives off for Westfeld. Open 3 straight on. Off left rim. Rebound down. Citron puts it up. Not sure it would have counted, but it was well short anyway. And that brings us to the end of 3 quarters of play. Notre Dame leads NJIT 78-40. The fourth quarter coming up next here at the WEC.
Wait until they get the right look, and then they're hitting at a 61% clip now, 30 of 49 from the field, and when they get freebies, they're hitting there too at 16 and 19.
The Irish lineup on the floor. Westfeld and Watson. Rish is shooting the free throws. DeWolf is out there, so too Citron. So no Hidalgo at the moment. For NJIT to start the fourth quarter, Reese Vaughn, Trinity Williams, Corbin O'Rourke, and Funiga rounding out the 5 as Rish converts on all 3 free throws and earns them after being fouled on the 3-point corner shot.
Yeah, and Rish, another one of those really talented recruits Neil Ivey and her staff have brought in. 20th ranked recruit in the nation coming in this year.
Funiga had the shot and then lets it fall out of bounds. It will stay with the Highlanders here in the home white uniforms. This is the second game of a 4-game homestand. Great crowd in attendance today. NJIT back at home on Wednesday night against Ryder, local New Jersey school from south of here. Avery O'Rourke off the bounce finishes for a two-pointer on the drive.
O'Rourke, a crafty offensive player, like seeing some of the versatility she's brought to the table early on this year.
Whistle underneath, and it might be Trinity Williams, and if it is, that will be it for Trinity. That is 5. Timothy Resch with the call underneath, and a substitution will be made. NJIT has time to make the change. You have 30 seconds, and you can use it. And Kiana Brereton is going to come on for Trinity Williams.
Minutes, NJIT was right in this thing. It was 28-24, and that's been a 53-18 run. And Notre Dame has just managed to feast, find these looks on the inside, and it's just been a matter for NJIT not being able to hang with them. We talked about it early, even when the score was close, though. Notre Dame was playing at its pace, and that has allowed them to let this thing expand to where it is now.
Inbounds to Emma Risch, who tries the 3, not fouled this time, and Audrey Corman grabs the rebound. At 4th, Thuniga, who is the Highlanders' leading scorer with 11 points. Also has 8 turnovers, though. JIT is a team at 19. Thuniga almost traveled there. For O'Rourke, who had just 9 total points last season, has 5 already this season, including 2 just a moment ago. Corman, lefty hook. A little too strong. And a rebound down to Emma Risch.
I like her ability to say, hey, I'm able to go with both hands on the baby hook there. So we're going to see a lot of that from Corman.
Good passing down low. Citron finding the cutter in the form of Kylie Watson, who buries it for 2 more. It's now 15 assists as a team for Notre Dame, compared with 11 turnovers. That's something Coach Liel Ivey also likes to look for, positive assist to turnover ratio. Each time her squad takes the floor. O'Rourke pulls up, a little too strong there. Vaughn had a touch offensively, and now a push in the back is whistled by our official in that area. Maddie Westfeld, the guilty party. And that's 3 on Westfeld. Here comes Hannah Hidalgo back in.
So we will see the freshman a little more. And again, we talked about it, the triple-double watch, 19 points. Good there, obviously. 8 steals, needs 2 more, and 4 more rebounds needed. She's got 6 here.
Also should note that Westbelt has secured a double-double, a rebound just a few moments ago, 12 points and now 10 rebounds. This ball knocked away right along the sideline, and it is going to be a jump ball on the alternate possession. Thuniga catches the inbounds. Early on in the 4th quarter, Thuniga continuing to drive on through, was fouled, scored, and the goal. Alejandra Thuniga kept that ball pinned on her body and run a chance for 3 the hard way.
A little step through and some sauce from Thuniga. Look at this. Fights through the contact, keeps her control, and flips it up and in.
So Thuniga, very crafty. Again, the reigning America East Conference Rookie of the Year from last season. And knocks down the free throw. Mike Lane telling us earlier this week. Thuniga the confidence. The coaching staff always had it. Her teammates have the confidence. Thuniga can do it at a very high level. Do it very, very well. Citron for Watson. Posting up on Brereton, who reverses far block to near. Misses the shot, and Corman grabs the rebound. And it's a head deflected out of bounds. DeWolf tried to jump the passing lane. And Coach Mike Lane going to slow things down. Getting up the floor has been difficult, and that was a bit expected with Notre Dame's very aggressive defense and all the speed they have. And Thuniga throws this one away, but it was last touched by Citron, so it stays with NJIT.
A lot of creative passing ideas from Thuniga. That's one of the things you'll see in her game. If you're watching her for the first time today, you'll see some of those underhand passes, those wraparounds that most players wouldn't dare to make. She'll go for those.
Notre Dame defense has really done a fantastic job locking up NJIT since the first 10 to 12 minutes Islanders scored 17 points in the first quarter. They've scored just 28 since in nearly 2.5 quarters. Brereton with 3 to shoot. A long 3-ball coming in. Keon Brereton hits the 3. Did make one last year. First points of the season for the senior forward from Brooklyn.
The bench was loving it. That's some sweet touch.
Hidalgo behind the back pass. Nobody home except Reese Vaughn for NJIT. 2-on-3. Vaughn taking it all the way. And floats one. That was deflected and Westbeld grabs. Back the other way. 2-0. Hidalgo after the unselfish pass from Anna DeWolf. And Notre Dame up by 37 points.
And DeWolf, she's scored a lot in her time at Fordham. Will score some more at Notre Dame. She said, Hidalgo, you can have those points. It's okay. I'll take the assist.
That puts Hidalgo over 20 points for her second consecutive game. The only 2 games she's played in the regular season at the college level. 31 against South Carolina on Monday. 21 here today. And they give out postseason awards a long, long way from now, Sam. But you have to think that the very top of the list right now for Freshman of the Year nationally, Hannah Hidalgo is right in the mix if she stays healthy. My. Inbound for NJIT. O'Rourke. A little tripped up. Might have been knee-to-knee inadvertent. And the steal. Hidalgo falls away from the play, and the ball escapes to Wolf. And Hidalgo, I think, just tripped up. And you always have to look carefully. There wasn't anyone in the area. Just lost her footing. A little helter-skelter there. Everybody's smiling after that sequence.
Certainly nothing fishy happening there, just a little fall down, but the way Notre Dame is always looking to push, but push while in control is impressive to watch.
Beniga loses the footing there. A little bit perhaps too aggressive. And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish will get it back. That is turnover number 21 for NJIT as a team. Marissa Gingrich will come on for NJIT, replacing Beniga. Gingrich making her first appearance. Only one player for NJIT has not appeared in this one. That's Angelina Bannis, and if that comes, it'd be the season debut, battling some preseason illness. 3-pointer coming from Westbeld. Is missed, and we get a foul on NJIT fighting for the rebound. Sonia Citron, helped up by members of both teams. Islanders look to get more and more of the freshmen involved. In fact, we're going to see now a 3rd freshman onto the court. Brereton will come off after that 3. And Mackenzie Wright-Rawls is on alongside fellow classmates Corman and Gingrich. Catch and shoot off the inbounds from Westbeld goes down. Notre Dame approaches a 40-point lead.
Yeah, Westbeld not somebody that's going to take a huge number of shots, but she, like many of her teammates, converting at a high clip. She's got a lot of versatility to her game.
Reese Vaughn hits the 3. O'Rourke with the penetration through the double team, and it was buried by Reese Vaughn.
Reese Vaughn is a shooter. She will not be afraid to fire.
Inside pass intended for Obinma, who then tried to run through Corman on a fight for the loose ball. And they will get Obinma for the foul call. Yes, they will. And it will be NJIT basketball.
Yeah, at this point for the Highlanders, really good minutes. You get half a quarter for this bench shooting, another theft.
And scoring on the other end, plus the foul. And Hidalgo took it right away from Gingrich. We'll see it here.
Just straight cookies that time, Drew. That was crazy. Just rips that away on a mission to the hole for the score.
Freshman beat freshman there. 4:49 left to play in the 4th quarter. There's a timeout on the floor. Notre Dame leads it by a score of 89-51 over NJIT.
Life-changing wreck? Make a life-changing call. Get the strong arm. Attorney John Foy and Associates.
Accidents turn your entire life upside down. The medical bills, car repairs, lost wages. It's too much to handle on your own. We'll deal with all the paperwork and the insurance company so you don't have to. And remember, you pay nothing until we win for you.
Call Attorney John Foy and Associates right now.
Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
From Dress the Bird
And see this, and of course, all our friends at home tuning in.
Atlanta is beautiful. If you're in the immediate listening area, watching area, you should certainly come out to a game. It is one of the best mid-major facilities you will find in the region and, in fact, nationally. Underneath, Becky Obinma lays it in off the center square and through. Notre Dame approaching 100 points here and up by 41.
Yeah, nice bounce-back game for Notre Dame. They got hit pretty hard against South Carolina, but now they're doing this.
Hidalgo ahead for DeWolf, and that steal, credited it has been, that is 10 steals for Hidalgo in the game. It's officially a double-double, 24 points and 10 steals for the star freshman for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and also now you got a 4x4 game. You had that before, but 24 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, 10 steals. She is special.
O'Rourke gets the penetration and is fouled by Becky Obinma. Free throws coming. With the 10 steals now, Hidalgo becomes the first Notre Dame player with 10 steals since Marina Mabry had 12 steals against Valparaiso back in November of 2015. We talked a little bit earlier about the Westbells, and Notre Dame basketball is in the family. Well, the Mabrys have the Westbells beat. Marina, a star player that kind of started the lineage. Sister Michaela is a former player and now the assistant coach and recruiting coordinator for the Irish. And we're not done yet. Last year, graduating was Dara Mabry, fourth on the team in scoring with over 9 points per game. And to make it even better, from the Jersey Shore. So some local connections as well. On a day that Hidalgo gets to 10 steals. And now perhaps we take something special. 4 rebounds away from a triple-double with less than 4 minutes to go. Risch pulls up and connects, 96 to 52.
Risch, a very smooth game, the way that she approaches her pull-up that time. See why she was rated as highly as she was coming into Notre Dame.
6 points for Risch. There are 5 Notre Dame players in double-figure scoring. Another steal. Here comes Hidalgo from right to left. Draws contact. Corman had the hands straight up, an offensive rebound, but Natalia Marshall's right foot was on the end line, out of bounds, NJIT ball.
Maybe this was assumed, but just to clarify, yes, that was Hannah Hidalgo's steal, and yes, she is at 11. Crazy.
Mabry with 12. It's the highest recent total. O'Rourke lays it in off the right side, and Avery O'Rourke with another bucket. Strong game here late now. 5 points for O'Rourke. 2 buckets and a free throw.
Mackenzie Rawls, Rawls threading the needle there before.
Here's Hidalgo now for Marshall. Foul line jumper. In and out. Obinma, the positioning, the putback, no. Might have another try. Does so. Another try. 4th opportunity. Put in by Emma Risch.
And that is just a prime example of what experience can do. Becky Obinma has been playing college basketball for as long as she has, and Gordon, it's just her first week playing, and a bit of a wake-up call having that all over the place.
Got some substitutions coming here. I think we're going to hear some cheers for both sides because Sarah Cernugal is coming on for Notre Dame for the first time. The then walk-on and now scholarship player for this season. And for the first time in her collegiate career, we see Angelina Banas, the freshman from Columbus, New Jersey, for NJIT. 55 in white, Banas 25 in the Notre Dame blue and the dome gold. As it here, Cernugal does. Notre Dame 2 points away from triple digits. Hidalgo, right elbow stops, accelerates, dishes, Obinma gathers, and finishes. Oh, and Hidalgo with a great feed. Obinma makes it 100 points for Notre Dame, up by 46.
And Hidalgo with the little shrug there at the end, too. Man, she is fun to watch.
Notre Dame, a team certainly perennially a national power, 10th ranked team in the nation. Wright Rawls gets through, reverse layup, and puts it in. Mackenzie Wright Rawls with her first career collegiate points on the reverse turn here in the fourth against Notre Dame. Hidalgo was pushed there by O'Rourke, and certainly going to be a foul. And NJIT is over the limit, so that will mean free throws.
The way Hannah Hidalgo can just read the screens and snake through the lane. Really good work from her. Again, it's not just the scoring, not just the crazy number of steals, it's those little things that allow her to put up these type of numbers.
Hidalgo hits the first free throw. Up now to 25 points. If Hidalgo sinks this, will match Citron's 26 and does so. Like the start to a career. And Hidalgo still engaged in the game. Chatting with O'Rourke on the defensive end. Bannis hands over for Vaughn. Under a minute to go. Bannis will try the three. Off the backboard, no. And Cernugal grabs the rebound. The Notre Dame faithful like that. Cernugal pushing the play from right to left. The junior from Illinois is going to draw a foul, and with NJIT over the limit, Cernugal will go to the line. First free throw is good for Cernugal. Just 6 career points entering in her career, the senior. 4 points 2 seasons ago, 2 last year, and can get point number 2 right here with a perfect trip at the line, and does so. Post basketball, she wants to be a data analyst for a professional sports team, and her dream job would be to work for the Chicago Bears, who picked up a win on Thursday night against the Carolina Panthers. So a lot of winning in the brain of Cernugal over the last couple of days. I assume she is a fan, if that's where she would like to work. Gingrich has the pocket picked, and that's going to be 12 steals for Hidalgo, matching Mabry. Cernugal's 3, halfway down, and the rebound controlled by Wright Rawls, and a foul with 12.2 seconds to play, and that is going to send NJIT to the free throw line. Fantastic effort. This is Mackenzie Wright Rawls at the free throw line. Do stay with us following the final horn in just a few moments. Sam will catch up with head coach Mike Lane. We'll take a timeout. We'll come on back. Wright Rawls, the second is short. Nearly a rebound. It's controlled by Risch. And Hidalgo up the court here. And it does not look like Notre Dame is going to run the clock out. Maybe that will be the case. And Risch will slow things down, and that will do it. As Notre Dame defeats NJIT by a score of 104-57, and a warm embrace there from head coach Mike Lane of NJIT and VL Ivy, and a monumental day.